Deep breath. Let's start again. Okay. Really quick. Have you ever been in a space where you were very uncomfortable? And because you were uncomfortable, you were not able to perform properly, whether that was mentally, physically, or spiritually. So, the other day, I was in a situation where I passed out. I went to the hospital, nothing was done, I left and I went home. Number one, hospitals trigger me. I grew up in the hospitals because I used to have sickle cell trait. Not used to, still carry it, but it's not intense. So I spent a lot of time inside the hospital. That was not my favorite place. So as I got older, I pride in making sure that I am okay with my body and I put the right things in my body so that I don't go there. I don't have to go there. So there was an incident where I had no choice but to go there. And when I got to the first location, they did not treat me with the way that I thought that they should treat me. So it took me into a space of being uncomfortable. And let's go ahead and call it anxiety. And then there is anxiety, which is fear. So even if it's not anxiety, right? Let's talk about the fear of going to hospitals. Because sometimes you go to a hospital for something and then you're diagnosed with something else and that's not even the reason that you came there. Or how about if you ever knew somebody that went to the hospital and they did not leave out? So back to the story. So for 2 days, I tried to coach myself back together because the hospital actually put me in a traumatic situation. I was not able to be myself. I was no longer in the right headspace to even operate. Even the situation of what happened, that added more stress to the situation. So how do you function? What do you do? How do you get yourself through this situation? I'm grateful for the support system that was sent to me. At one point in time, I felt as if I did not have a support system. And I'm grateful for her. I'm grateful for all the support systems that showed up for me on those days. I understand that life is life and people have things to do, so they don't have time to stop or do certain things, right? Okay, so as I am coaching myself into this situation, I am really mentally preparing myself and trying to figure out how do I regulate my nervous system and all of these things of this nature. So your tools, what are the tools do you have to get you through the situation? So my fear for emergency rooms, it's serious. I am proud of myself for getting through the situation at hand because, like I said, if you ever known or ever been in a situation where the ER has not been a nice situation in your life, then you understand. So I don't even have to go into that direction, right? But the fact of the matter is, I had a good friend that coached me into going because I needed to go because I still was hurting. I fell. I hit my head, I hit my face, I hit my chest. Like, yeah, serious, right? I wasn't sure if it was a sickle cell attack. I didn't know. And the other hospital that I went to, they did not treat me at all. So I left because of the fear. Not because I didn't want to be seen. The fear of being in this place that was very uncomfortable for me, as well as I being there just with me. Right? So how do you cope? First thing is first. Take a couple of breaths and get back into yourself. And then a lot of times not even saying anything will definitely help. And if you can, maybe you write out a note so that maybe you can advocate for yourself, because my support system and my therapist, they said, these are the things that you're going to need to do because I understand what you're going through, because I have been there too. So these are the things that work for me. So she gave me a list of things such as lavender to keep me calm. So I would put it into my face mask as I entered into. I would have my glasses on. I would also have my hoodie on. but I will also be in the right headspace. I would make sure that I had my singing bowls in my ear or something to calm me down, maybe a 432 hertz. And I would just keep my nervous system low, right? Have a note written out with your first, your last name, maybe even your date of birth, and the situation at hand so that you can advocate yourself. And whatever the situation is, maybe you write it down because you are not able. And you guys know that I'm very well with advocating myself, right? But in that space, even the most strongest person has a moment where they have to gather all of their tools to get back to themselves. So let's talk about when you don't have your tools. Because when you don't have your tools, the body begins to do other things, and then other problems begin to happen. So I am grateful for the support system that I have. And I encourage each and every one of you to find a way to advocate yourself without the emotions, because the emotions will allow the body not to operate correctly. It will begin to overthink. It will go into overload. You won't be able to focus if you have all of this tears in the eyes, or we're breathing very heavy and we don't have control over our breath. So maybe we do need lavender to calm down, or any type of essential oil that will get you in a safe space. Maybe you go into a forward fold, but what if you can't even do that? So you find the breath and maybe not say anything at all. And when you do have the courage to speak, acknowledge. My therapist, she said that you tell them your name and you say, I am nervous, I have anxiety, I am fearful, whatever you need to say. I need your support. I am not doing my best. And if you would please help me, this is what I need. I send so much love and support to anyone struggling with anything. There are so many hotlines or so many places that you can contact to get any type of assistance. But I encourage you to learn to get to your breath. Maybe not say anything. And get back to your headspace so that when you are able to speak, the words are not coming out emotionally or crying or angry or wanting to fight. Peace and love to you wherever you are.